Happy Monday, March 15th. We thank you for joining us on the Pix 11 Morning News. I'm John Muller.
Good morning. It is 4:30, not 3:30, even though it feels like it is 3:30.
Yes, it does. And it's 28 degrees, no less. How's that for a 1-2 punch?
Marissa Torres, what gives on this Monday morning?
I mean, it feels like a Monday.
Yeah.
John and I were talking about our coffee pots didn't go off. You're automatically starting off right here. We should be up here. But yeah, I mean, it's cold. It really feels like winter out there. We have dry Arctic air flooding the tri-state, a red flag warning, and no surprise when you look at the very low dew points. Relative humidity is struggling. We have the high winds, and so this is what we have as a result throughout New Jersey, a red flag warning. That's till 5 o'clock today with the very high humidity, which you're noticing starts to fall off a little bit in through the afternoon, so really going to be around 30-35% for most of the region throughout the day for today. It doesn't start to creep back up until late tonight into tomorrow. And because of that, we have a red flag warning. Fire weather danger, something we saw at a Lakewood yesterday near the Garden State Parkway with that brush fire. With very low humidity, the strong gusty winds, those are the two main ingredients that you need for just a little ignition for a fire to spread rapidly. Dry fuels at the surface, you get a lot of sun as well, and those sparks again could quickly cause a fire and be very dangerous. So be mindful of that. Free at this point. So this is that inbound upper level traffic going across the span just fine, though it is windy over here, and then outbound traffic also moving well with also looking like it's not going to feel like spring for a little bit. We're officially 5 days away on March 20th, which is Saturday. Today, barely making it out of the 30s, and with these winds, we're going to feel more like the 20s throughout the day, and doesn't really exit until Wednesday morning, and then we kind of clear out just a little bit before the next system comes in. In terms of how much rainfall we're talking about, a quarter an inch for the city or so, and in terms of how much snow, anything that accumulates will be rather light, anywhere from potential half an inch to a little bit more north and west, but the temperatures will be just above freezing.
Katie, thank you so much for that report. Meanwhile, in New York now, the calls for Governor Andrew Cuomo to resign continue to grow, and now President Joe Biden is publicly speaking for the first time. Pix 11's Kirsten Cole is live in front of the governor's office in Midtown this morning with the very latest. Kirsten, it seems like every week we get another big development here, and now the White House making their comments. Good morning to you.
This red flag warning, that's going to be in play until 5 o'clock. That's highlighted in that pink color. So we have those gusty winds, low relative humidity, making it conducive for that. Temperature-wise, this is another story we're working on. Winds out of the north, pulling in that very cold Canadian air. This is what
wind, and we also have a crash out there. So on the Southern State Parkway, eastbound at Corona Avenue, exit 15 is blocking at least a lane, though. So you're noticing the delay.
What it's going to mean for us? I'd say after around the 4 o'clock hour. So, and I'll explain why, because we do anticipate a little bit of that mixture. Don't get me wrong. If you're north and west, to have to contend with. So in terms of rainfall amounts, less than a half an inch. In terms of snowfall amount, low relative humidity, keep that in mind. And those winds gusting to around 35 miles per hour out of the northwest. So you know what that means. That's a perfect recipe for fires to possibly.
The 95 southbound, a complete closure because of a crash. So this is going to be out in Mamaroneck. You could also see some delays and the northbound 6 train. So we'll watch those until they clear out of the way. And with
throughout the course of the day, winds out of the north. This is what it feels like. Feels like 6 degrees in Ardsley, 11 in Poughkeepsie.
Tunnel. So if you're going to be trying to get to any of the Hudson River crossings, most are doing okay. This is a look at the Lincoln, where traffic coming around the Helix pretty nicely. Construction free, that wrapped up.
And northwesterly winds picking up in the double digits at Central Park. It's going to be whipping, that's for sure. This is what it feels like across the board. 12 degrees in New York City, Seaford 17.
Folks, I'm Betty Nguyen. We're going to make it a good week.
We are going to make it a good week and a good day. I'm Dan Manarino. 15 minutes away, everybody, from revealing today's surprise celebrity guest for our popular I Want to Know segment. It is a good one today. And a lot
what
of
were the clues again?
A lot of the viewers are chiming in. The clues so far have been NASA and podcast TV hosts, as well as planetarium were your clues. Our viewers are emailing. They are spot on today, but and we'll get into it. Let's bring in the entire team right now. Last week, so that is certainly the hope that everybody will be back there in the fall, and summer school is really a trial run for that. Kirsten, thank you. 10:06 on that next week.
My God.
Marcia, our producer, good luck topping Neil deGrasse Tyson.
He's great. It gets you thinking, though, right? You're just
the Mars question, Ben,
is on the move from driveway to the carpool lane and the family kitchen. This mom of 7 spreading smiles one dance move at a time.
20 20s. Current wind speeds, it's calmed down a little bit, but those winds will continue to gust throughout the day. And this is what it feels like. 11 in Highland, 9 in Armonk.
With the puppets?
Fingers and toes, yeah.
How did that work?
That was, thank you to my photographer, Tony, and her Grandma Dawn's grandson.
You got a little help from your friends,
Yeah, we had some friends.
Hey, OG, you're getting ready to break the ice with our next guest, right?
Yeah.